No claws, no fangs, no thick skin, no venom. By every rule of nature, we should have been prey. And yet, every apex predator on this planet learned to fear one thing above all else: us. The question is, why? Imagine you're dropped into the African savanna. No weapons, no tools, no clothes, just your body. A lion sees you. You are soft, you are slow, you are exposed. In every measurable way, you lose. A cheetah runs at 70 miles per hour. You run at 12. A gorilla is 5 times stronger than the strongest human alive. A crocodile's jaw produces 3,700 pounds of force per square inch. You produce 160. On paper, the human body is a biological disaster. And yet, 70,000 years ago, a small group of these fragile creatures walked out of Africa, and within thousands of years, they had pushed every competing predator to the edge of extinction. Not with muscles, with something far more dangerous. Scientists call it the human paradox. We are physically the weakest large primate on Earth, and simultaneously, the most lethal creature that has ever existed on this planet. So what happened? The first answer is fire. But this isn't really about fire. Every animal on Earth feared fire instinctively. It was hardwired into their DNA over millions of years. And then one species picked it up. Think about what that moment meant. For the first time in the history of life on Earth, a prey animal had stolen the most feared force in nature and held it in its hands. Predators that had dominated ecosystems for millions of years suddenly found themselves hesitating. A cave lion approaching a human camp at night stops, not because the human is strong, because the human is unpredictable. And that unpredictability was more terrifying than any claw or fang ever could be. But that wasn't the most dangerous thing about us. Not even close. Ancient humans had one ability that no other animal on Earth possessed. They could share a lie, not just communicate, not just warn each other about predators. They could create something that didn't exist and make an entire group believe in it together. A group of chimpanzees can cooperate, but only in small groups, only for immediate survival. A group of ancient humans could look at a stranger they had never met and fight alongside them, die for them, because they both believed in the same invisible thing: a tribe, a god, a story. This is the moment humanity became truly dangerous. Because now it wasn't one human against one predator, it was hundreds of coordinated humans with a shared mission against anything that stood in their way. No animal ever evolved a defense against that, and this is the part almost nobody talks about. Ancient humans didn't just defeat predators through strength or numbers, they outthought them across time. There is a hunting technique so psychologically brutal, it sounds like something from a horror story. It's called persistence hunting. Ancient humans would find an animal, a large one, an antelope, a deer, even a bear, and they would not attack it. They would simply follow it for hours, sometimes an entire day. The animal would run, escape easily, look back and see the human still walking. It would run again, further this time, and the human would still be walking, following, patient, silent, until the animal's legs gave out completely from exhaustion, and it collapsed. Right in front of the human who never stopped walking. No claws needed, no fangs needed. Just the terrifying, relentless, almost inhuman patience of a creature that had learned to think beyond the present moment. No animal on Earth evolved to defend against an enemy that simply never stopped coming. But here's where this story changes, because this isn't really about ancient humans versus animals. This is about what we actually are. We look at ourselves today and see fragile creatures, dependent on technology, dependent on systems, dependent on comfort. And we forget, inside every human being alive today is the direct descendant of a creature that walked out of Africa with nothing. No shelter, no guarantee of food, no protection, and systematically dominated every ecosystem it entered. The same brain that tracks an antelope for 8 hours across a desert is the brain sitting inside your skull right now. The same capacity for patience, strategy, cooperation, and storytelling that made ancient humans the most dangerous animal on Earth still lives in you. We didn't become powerful because of our bodies. We became powerful because of what we chose to believe, what we chose to build, what we refused to give up on. The most dangerous thing about a human being was never the weapon in their hand. It was the thought behind their eyes. Every predator that ever lived operated on instinct: react, attack, survive. But ancient humans looked at a world that was trying to kill them. And instead of reacting, they imagined something different and then built it. That is what separated us from every creature on this planet. Not strength, not speed. The ability to look at what is and decide what could be. You are not the descendant of the ones who gave up. You are here because every single ancestor you have refused to stop. Think about that the next time you feel weak.